tell me, baby, what's on your mind? So tell me, cause while I'm waiting, I'm still waiting.
Yeah, I think there were a certain amount of people that thought that was what it was all about, and it's never really been all about that for me. I'm so into competing, and I think that's a part of me that dies very hard. I tried to retire, had a whole bunch of stuff going on that I needed to kind of get rid of and settle. And once that settled, the competitive spirit was still there. I started feeling a lot more like myself. It wasn't really about money. I was still making great money as a commentator, and the nutrition line and the gym and all the other stuff I had going on in that year that I was out. I was doing very well. I financially didn't have any issues. Was I making six figures for one fight? No, but I was still, by anybody's stretch of the imagination, doing fine financially. So it all boiled down to me just wanting to compete some more, and certainly getting those checks doesn't hurt.
I'm waiting for you. Sweet love, baby.
It was literally started on a whim, not a whim, but almost a joke. I text Dana. It was right after the Monson fight. It was the next week. I commentated that fight, and I was giving Dana crap about kind of the lackluster performance because a lot of people were booing and stuff. And so I made some offhanded text to Dana saying, "Oh, I could beat Sylvia with one hand tied behind my back," or something like that. And instead of texting me back, he called me immediately. "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Dude, I definitely feel like I want to compete." And he said, "Oh, right." He was at the video game awards, so he calls me 2 weeks later. He said, "How about that Sylvia fight? You want to do that?" And I said, "Yeah, let's do it." So it just kind of came about like that. See, you got to be careful what you ask for sometimes.
Me and you and me, that's the way it's supposed to be. Of this I'm sure.
Well, some people are asking me about Chuck, obviously, and I'm not really one for vengeance and all that crazy stuff. It really doesn't matter to me. What's interesting to me is the competition and who they want me to fight. That's intriguing, and obviously I fought Chuck 3 times. Would I fight Chuck again? Yeah, absolutely. If I thought people wanted to see that again, and I'd fight him again in a heartbeat. But I don't think he's going to change much. It's probably no secret what he's going to try to do. I think he's got his hands full at the end of May with Rampage. So we'll be kind of waiting to see what happens with that. There's some talk of him coming up to heavyweight too, so I don't know. But we'll see what happens.
So turn your lights down low, but soon you can begin your show. It's time.
Everybody wants to know. I have no idea. I've set kind of benchmarks for myself in training and obviously competition, and so far those are being met. But I think at 43 I have to kind of try and keep a rational mind about that and realize when you're not cutting the mustard, when enough is enough. And I still don't feel like I've slowed down, and physically I've just held up. Yeah, probably. Probably will. But, I have no idea. Just thank God for each day.
I keep good company. That's right. So call me late at night. I'm in love, baby.
Well, I mean, the most important thing is to have fun. This is a very, very tough, demanding sport. And if you are not doing this because you love it, because it's fun, then you're probably doing it for the wrong reasons. And having a good crew, a good team of guys that are going to take care of you day in and day out, get you in the right fights, help you prepare, that know you very well. That's again another very important piece of the puzzle. But to develop that passion, that love for it.
It's hard working with a son too, by the way.
I realize that. I have a son that wrestled, and
really?
Those were the hardest matches for me. Watching him wrestle, trying to keep my mouth shut and stay out of it.
You and I could never part, 'cause I loved you from the start, just so you know.
Well, obviously, I think TJ's done a great job of developing the sport here, and what used to be the Super Brawl, now Icon. I literally think some of the best fans I've ever seen are here in Hawaii. Knowledgeable, they're fantastic, very passionate about our sport. And you only have to sit through one of those fights like last night to realize that. it really boils down to money. What you know, a show like the UFC would have to spend to bring the production over here. And you know, I think you've already got a great show here with the Icon Championships. So it's a matter of you know, pitching it to the right guys, I suppose. But it's awesome. They're moving it around a lot more now.
And you and me, that's the way it's supposed to be. Of this I'm sure.
Well, I mean, most people aren't giving Matt much of a chance, but they don't know Matt very well. Matt's one of those guys. He has absolutely no fear of anything. He's a junkyard dog, and he has this innate ability to make every guy he fights look terrible. No matter how refined and how good they are, he just has this awkward, gangly, gnarly style that is tough to deal with, and I guarantee he will make a fight out of it. And I think any fighter's got a chance. And he's got a really, really nasty front choke. I mean, anything could happen. You know, odds on he's going to get overpowered and probably going to get punched in the face a bunch, but I guess we'll see.
Oh baby, you're mine. Oh baby, you're fine. Are you the only one to...
Well, I think, yeah, it's definitely the upside is that you'll see some crossover now. Guys like Fedor and some of these other top fighters that were kind of unattainable as an athlete, there's no way I'll be able to fight him. He's tied up with pride. That door is kind of open now, or at least potentially open now. The downside is that there is this monopoly. You know, if you piss the Fertitas off, where are you going to go? There you go, TJO. So I mean, there is an issue there. There is a downside from an athlete's perspective to the kind of monopoly that's kind of being developed with the WEC, the UFC, and now Pride all being owned by the same folks. So kind of wait and see now how that sorts out. It sounds like there's going to be some other folks kind of combining their resources to make another big show, and I hope all that works out. Obviously, from an athlete's perspective, we want the best situation for the athletes. Most outlets for guys to make a living and be able to fight and do what they love to do. So, I mean, we may end up in a situation where we need a fighters association. We need some sort of union to represent the athletes and keep the promoters honest.
I'm the kiss is loving, but loving only time. So turn the lights down low, but soon you can begin your show. It's time to begin your show. So baby, come on, let's go. Oh baby, from the start.